Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your January 2021 general reading. So just thank you Sagittarius for all your support throughout the year, and I really would like to wish you a very happy 2021 wherever you are in the world. I hope you're safe from harm, and yeah, you're okay. So you got two extremely interesting Lenormand cards. Now you'll have to bear with me. Now I think you're about my 7th reading, and 3 people have the same outcome as you, which is the key. I mean, this is such a Sagittarius card. This is about freedom. Freedom from the known, freedom from the prison, hopefully, of any areas of your life where you feel imprisoned and feel that you cannot fly free. First of all, though, you've got the well. So the well is a classic Scorpionic Pluto experience where we're doing some deep diving. There's something being released here. Now, I don't know what's been released, because 2020's been so different from everyone's experienced it differently. So the well talks about shining the light deep within this hidden material. Okay, sounds lovely, doesn't it? But don't forget, we go from Scorpio to Sag. So there's no way to Sag but through Scorpio. They have a relationship, and between me and you, it's very, very interesting. Most people want the Sag without the Scorpio, so they don't want to do the deep soul diving work. It's what's going on, okay? It's right now, Pluto is square Mars, so we're still doing it. You know what, Sagittarius, it's fine. I mean, this is what I do for my work, and I've got to the point that I've had enough of it. I absolutely get you, but it is going on, and shining that deep well right within whatever areas of your life where there needs to be a little bit of transmutation, okay, is what's going to lead you to the key. And that key has to be my favourite card. I absolutely love it. I think it's very, very Aquarius, for one thing. It's almost like I'm free, I'm out of it, I'm moving. So this looks like it's an incredibly powerful time for you. It's going to be your ruler's change sign. Jupiter's gone into Aquarius, which is so much about, I mean, freedom, the truth. The truth shall set us free. But really, I mean, think about what they do to people who tell the truth. I mean, Jesus, Martin Luther King, they tend to kill people who tell the truth. Not that that's going to happen to you, Sagittarius, but it's easier said than done, isn't it, really, if you think about it? But that's what you rule. And even though, you know, when you think of it, some of the negative messages about being blunt, really what you're doing is people are just uncomfortable. You're not responsible for everyone's emotional reaction, guys, okay? You need to be what your solar energy came here to be. And basically, yeah, we do. So, one more. You got my last reading of the day. So you've got the wheel behind you with the sun. Wow. Beautiful. I mean, look at these cards. Are they Sag cards or not? They're just about total joy. The sun card. And Fortuna tends to bring some sort of luck. She's showing up a lot for people. So I'm thinking where Venus will be, yeah, it's in Capricorn at the moment. There's a lot of movement happening, but this is about health, it's about vitality, and it's definitely about good fortune, okay? Now what you want is a Lover's card. So this is something to do with either a relationship or a choice that needs to be made. The gift is a High Priestess. The challenge is the Six of Swords. Oh, Knight of Pentacles in your relationships. I spend my life talking about the Knight of Pentacles. Five of Swords in your money and work. Okay, we'll find out more. Six of Cups at a soul level, which is about connection. A 6, 6, 6. 3 sixes showing up. 1 5. Outcome 10 of Wands. It's coming to an end, and I'm going to clarify after the 10 of Wands. This is the ending of an oppressive pattern and a brand new creative cycle. Look at the difference in the colours of these cards. So dropping a cycle of oppression, which seems to me, if anything, looks like it's happening particularly maybe in the workplace. There's a change going on there with the Five of Swords. The fives are catalysts for change, and maybe it's around how you make a living and where you work, that something needs to be changed. Now you want, the Page of Wands is about new opportunities and choices and creativity after the 10 of Wands goes down. I can't help feeling the 10 of Wands is more to do with your work situation. I mean, Knight of Pentacles in your relationships. Knight of Pentacles is a very, very slow moving energy, but it's not an oppressive energy. It gets oppressive because you think, oh, okay, nothing's moving very, very fast, which can be frustrating, okay? If what you want is a Lovers, which is about connection, as a feeling, oh, can be quite guarded, very slow moving, but not negative, because the values of the Knight of Pentacles are very, very real. They're very straightforward. They're very honest. So I don't know, this last few days that you're entering before Christmas look outstanding here. I mean, it's going to be outstanding in the only way this Christmas can be, because it's not your normal set of circumstances, guys, is it? But you have got the Sun, and you have got access to your Jupiterian energy, which is going to be about optimism and expansion. What you want is the Lover's card. The Lover's card has got two different interpretations, clearly about relationships, but it used to be called the Choices card. So the Fool is walking along his life path, and he comes to a fork in the road. One of the forks in the road tell him to keep going down the same old road, or the other one is to choose a different pathway. And he chooses a different pathway, and he immediately becomes enlightened because he's broke through the conditioning of his path. So that's maybe what the freedom's about. There might be a choice that you need to make. I can't help thinking it is about how you make a living here. Tell me more about the Five of Swords. You get the Soul Retrieval card. So some of you literally might be walking away from something in order to, because that is why we've gone through the dark night of 2020, guys. We've got this few months opportunity to bring to life all we were ever meant to be. Now, I'm not saying every single thing is going to manifest. It's digging out the nonsense to begin to give birth to something else. Okay, your true nature, what you love, and that is the opposite, the other meaning of the Lover's card. It's a choice about your destiny, and the direction your soul wants to go in. Very, very powerful. Now, the gift of the High Priestess is about receiving intuitive hits. So when the High Priestess is the gift, it's pure receptivity to the other realms. And in fact, there's no such thing as the other realms, is there really? It's just, this is having access to the intuitive function, the guidance, the connection, which is going to help you make some sort of life decision here. And I cannot help thinking it's particularly, so when I say money and work, it's what we do in the external world with our time. Okay? When the fives come up, there's always some sort of shake-up. But it's the shake-up that leads to our freedom. And that's what the Judgment card is saying. The challenge is the Six of Swords, because when the Six of Swords is a challenge, it's about being in transition. It is a healing card. So moving away from troubled waters to gentle waters, and with the High Priestess as a gift, there's an access to, ability to access some real, almost want to say the dream time, that part of us that's able to envision the world that we want to live in, that part of us that's able to deeply, deeply rest, and that part of us that's maybe able to bring something new into the world. Okay? It's all from the realms of the High Priestess. And it's a little bit of a challenge. You do seem to be in some sort of either healing process or a transition process. Maybe having to leave something behind to go to this new beginning. But look, what you're leaving behind is a Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is about carrying all these, oh, I have to live my life this way because of all these reasons. It's quite often obligations and responsibilities. They are part of our life, Sagittarius, a part of mine as well. But there's a part of you wanting to loosen up and reach forward for new opportunities. And in that process, you have access to all this joy. The Judgment card, that's about soul retrieval. It's about coming back to life. It's about leaving behind something that's too small for you in order to take new opportunities. Now, what is this Knight of Pentacles doing in your relationships? Very slow moving, very guarded energy. Not a negative. There's nothing negative about the Knight of Pentacles, apart from the slowness of the energy. Most of us don't like slowness anymore, and that's what he does represent. And there's a little bit of fear. These are both cards about being quite if you look at the Knight of Pentacles, you can't see any of his flesh. See? He's all covered up. So is the Nine of Swords. These are a little bit of cards about being maybe anxious about making some sort of change, because the Knights change something. They change it slowly. They take our lives from one place to another. But there's a little bit of change brings apprehension. It might as well be wired into the word that any sort of shift brings change, because it's our sense of security. It's our moon that's been a little bit affected here. So there's a little bit of apprehension and a little bit of security. And I think it's to do with some sort of change that's going on. I think it's particularly showing up. Can I just ask a question? So why? What's it about? Why? Yeah, it's about stepping forward. This Queen of Cups is the only active queen in the deck. She moves forward and makes an offering. It could be someone coming towards you or you going towards them. But there's a lot of apprehension about being in this energy, and generally we're apprehensive because of fear of rejection. Just about always, guys, yeah? Fear of being hurt, fear of being vulnerable, fear that if we make a choice it'll be the wrong choice. And that is what the issue is here. Which is very... Anyhow, tell me what's going on around finances. You get one of the most... That's very interesting because you're going to the Judgment card and the fishies. This is prosperity. This is new opportunities. But for some of you, you're having the 5 first, and the 5's upset the apple cart. Yeah? And some of you might be having your apple cart upset by someone else, or you're doing it deliberately. And that's where the 6 of Swords is the challenge, because it's this feeling of, well, I'm not sure where I'm going, I'm a little bit nervous. If you've got new opportunities, Sagittarius, take my advice and go for them, because it's going to a really, really fantastic place. This is the fishies, this is plenty, this is wealth, this is access to new opportunities and new potentials. But by the looks of it, a break has to be made, either by you or it'll be done to you. It's exactly the same energy. 6 of Cups at a soul level. So 6 of Cups is a card of soulmate. It's about connection. It's either about connection with your own self. So when the 6 of Cups is about your own self, you've got this incredible access to joy. Yeah? So you know that space that regardless of what's going on around you, you're centered in your own being. It's like the world's going mad, but I'm fine. And it's okay to be there. When the world's going mad, it's absolutely pointless that we go mad with it, guys. What we need to do is be like a 6 of Cups card, but being joy. This could be to do with a relationship. And there's something very, very slow moving and something a little bit guarded about this relationship, about being in connection. I have no idea why. Maybe it's either about you reaching out to them or they reaching out to you. And there seems to be some sort of issue in the middle. Well, how would Sagittarius resolve that issue? Oh, gosh. One card. How would Sagittarius begin to resolve whatever's going on in their relationship dynamics? One card. 6 of Pentacles. Bringing the scale back to a balance. It's about authenticity. A 6 of Pentacles is one of these cards where people need to get real, okay? There's no guardedness here. This is about people, real conversations. You know those real conversations that straighten things out between people? That's what's going on here. And there's a reason why either you're holding yourself back from doing it or it's the other person. Then, now Sagittarius, that is beautiful. I tend to pair the 10 of Wands with the 3 of Cups. So you know when we drop our oppressions and our spirits fly free. This is just as good, because as you come to the end of this heavy cycle, here comes this new wand, here comes this opportunity for you, and it's very, very clearly showing up around your work and finances. I think what's happening in your relationship dynamics is there seems to be a lack of, I don't like the word lack, because it makes you feel that you're doing something wrong. And what it seems to me it needs to happen is people need to put their cards on the table and have one of these very real conversations. And as I started the reading, a lot of people don't like those real conversations. You know, it's sort of, we all protect ourselves. And maybe these sixes are saying, you've actually got 3 sixes now, which is all about restoring balance back to your life. Balance in whatever ways it's been out of balance. That's probably what the well's about. It's like, why do I have this need to protect myself? Why do I have this need to keep my heart closed down? That's the sort of questions. And how can I bring balance back to my life? Plus, there's some incredible financial energy for you, Sag. I'm not right away. It's almost like you're hitting the 5 of Swords right away. Yeah. So some sort of difficult news, which leads, but what it's leading to is this prosperity and this soul retrieval and the ending of an oppressive cycle. So a new path. This is endings and innovation, creativity, all those fire elements, yeah? Because that's what the fire element is about. It's about pioneering new potentials. And very, very few of us, Sagittarius, are going to be able to get through this year without being in our truth. And if you find that really, really hard to hear, maybe that's where you need to shine the well. And, well, why do I find it hard to be in my truth? Tends to be some memory the soul has about once it was in its truth and did not have a very, very good time because of it. So we just say, well, I won't do that again. But then that keeps us safe. But safety's good. But it's good. But it lacks something. It lacks a certain depth of connection and a lack of certain authenticity. Have you got another message? I think you got one of the most complex readings, Sag, by the way. It's probably because your rulers change signs. Always brings a different set of energies into your life. Your other message is the Star card. The Star card is a card of grace. Whatever you've got going on. So if someone's been ill, the Star card is the complete remission of the illness. If there's been financial problems, the Star card is remission. If it's relationship issues, it's remission. It brings healing. The walls begin to go down and we begin to share. We share our truth, which is exactly what your sign and your ruler is pushing you to do. Sagittarius, if people don't love us for being authentic, then maybe they just aren't your people. And sometimes, maybe that's what the Six of Swords is about. Or sometimes we can maintain things the way they are, but we form our own tribes. Yeah. Like this is one of my tribes. It brings me such satisfaction. There's a shift required. And I need to rebalance, bring back to balance. And I want you to begin to question, why am I so scared to be in my truth? Yeah? Because that's the shadow of Aquarius. Alienation, disconnection. No. That's not what's going to happen this year, Sagittarius. You're going to stand up and be in your truth. And that's the end of it. I've decided. So much love, guys. So much love. Bye.